You really don't have to do an awful lot with the turkey. Just if you've got a really good turkey, it's just seasoning it with salt and pepper. That's all it needs. First of all, your turkey's been delivered, you collected it, you've had it in the fridge. Take it out of the fridge a good 2 or 3 hours before you start to cook it on Christmas morning. The reason for that is you don't want to shock the meat. If it comes out of the fridge, it'll be cold. You don't want to put cold meat into a hot oven because it will shock. So take it out, let it stand for a good 2 or 3 hours. Then you take the packaging, take it out of the box, put it right into the roasting tin. There we go. The reason for putting the turkey breast down is because all the fat deposits of the bird are in the back. So when you're cooking it, the fat's going down through the bird and it's cooking in its own juices. We are going to turn the bird over for the last half an hour just to brown the breast skin on. And then we just get some salt, some nice rock salt, put that on the back of the bird just to season it. And likewise, pepper. And then what I'm going to do is just put some onion around the bird there. Here are the giblets of the bird. You just open the giblet pack and you put the giblets of the bird into the bottom of the roasting tin. The giblets are the neck, the heart, the liver and the gizzard. What we're then going to do is take just a glass of water and pour that into the bottom of the tin. The reason for that is it stops the bird sticking to the tin when it's in the hot oven. We don't recommend putting tin foil over the bird. If you use tin foil, you will get a lovely clean oven, but what you do get then is you tend to get a steam skin rather than a nice crispy skin. Also, stuffing wise, we don't recommend stuffing the main cavity. If you do want to stuff the bird, then stuff the neck cavity. If you stuff the main cavity, the heat can't get through the bird and it prevents it cooking. Stuffing is of course lovely with turkey, but cook that separately. Now temperature is of course very, very important when cooking your turkey. What we say is a nice hot oven, 180 degrees, preheated, then put the turkey in. If you're using a fan-assisted oven, then you can actually take that down to 140 to achieve the same. If you're in an Aga, then we recommend using the hot oven in the Aga, because that also runs at about 180. But that's a 10 kilo turkey, and that will take about 3 hours to cook. Your average turkey at Christmas is probably 5 kilos, and with a Kelly Bronze or a really good slow-growing strain, that will take about 2 hours to cook. They cook at twice the speed of a normal turkey. The reason for that is because they're so well marbled, because they're so mature, there's marbling running through the meat. Fat heats up quicker than muscle tissue, so it conducts the heat through the bird quicker, the same as a well-marbled steak cooks quicker than a lean steak. The turkey's been in the oven now for an hour and a half. We're going to take it out of the oven and, using oven gloves, take hold of the legs, the knuckles of the bird, and we're going to turn it over in the roasting tin to brown the breast off. And you just got to manhandle the bird really, and you want to get hold of its hocks, pick it up nice and gently, turn it round in the tin, there we are, and then put it back down so we can brown the breast off. There we are. And then we're going to put it back in the oven. Just like that. So, at about the end of the recommended cooking time, what we're going to do is go in, take the turkey out of the oven, stick with our meat thermometer, and all our turkeys come with a meat thermometer, put it deep into the breast and watch the needle go round. There we are. And if the turkey's not up to temperature, then what you do is you just take the meat thermometer out, pop the bird back in the oven, give it another 10 minutes and then take it out and keep testing the bird until it's up to temperature. If you don't have a meat thermometer, then you can take a carving fork, put it into the thigh, and when the juices run clear, then it's cooked. So, we've taken the bird out of the oven, we've let it stand for about an hour and a half. It's nice and cool now, cool enough to handle, and we're going to take it out of the roasting tin and we're going to put it onto the carving plate. And on here we've got all this wonderful stock, and you just want to scrape around the bottom of the tin just to get all the caramelised bits off that are full of flavour. Then you take the stock and you put it back on the cooker, and what we can do is we're going to bring that stock right back up to temperature when we're ready to serve the meat. So with a nice sharp knife, and it is Christmas so treat yourself to a sharp knife, just cut down through the skin there, and then the leg will just simply peel off like that. And Again, a sharp knife, you can pull it away and leave that on the side. Then with the wing, again, just cut down and you can almost just pull it off like that. Not much to it. Carve down, and you've got to concentrate on keeping the knife close to the bone. Yeah? And as I say, take your time, the turkey isn't going to go cold. Carve down, keeping the knife as close to the bone as possible until you cut the breast off, and then the whole of the breast will come off. There we go, and put that back into the bottom of the carving plate. So we've got the leg, we've got the wing, and we've got the breast. If you need the other side of the turkey, use it, but if you don't need it, then don't take it off the bone, because the meat is better left on the bone until you need it. Before carving, what you can do is you can peel all this lovely, crispy, you can hear it crackling away, skin off. By taking the skin off, it makes it easier to carve the meat. We can carve down through the bird, giving lovely slices of turkey. So, carve the breast, and as much as you need. You can just put onto your plate. There we are. And likewise with the leg. You've got the whole of the drumstick there. What you do is again, peel the skin off for those that love it, and then you hold the drumstick, and then remember it's nice and cool so you can handle it, and you just cut slices of the dark meat on. And you can see how dark this meat is. It's very dark, and that's because of the hemoglobin and the myoglobin that's been put into the meat with all the exercise that these turkeys have had. Because they've had a lot of exercise, the muscles have actually worked, and they've got that lovely dark look to them, and that's what gives the dark meat the wonderful flavour. And for the life of me, I can't understand those people that just want a crown or a breast joint, because the leg meat is stunning. So we've got the stock nice and piping hot. Just decant it. Pour the juices of the bird over the meat so it takes up the full flavour of the turkey. And there we are, the turkey carved onto a plate, ready to serve. Happy Christmas.